Hey guys, thank you so much for tuning in
Hi.
to this week's edition of HeatPressNation Live.
Yeah.
My name is Esteban, this is Jared, and we're coming to you live, baby.
We're very excited to be back with you guys again this week for another edition of our weekly live broadcast. So if this is your first time watching, just know that we do this every week. We're here every week. So make sure you stay tuned. Make sure you come back and join us. We'd love to have you guys here on Facebook.
That's right, and if this is your first time tuning in, I want to let you know right away, we like to have a lot of fun around here. We're talking about prizes, we're talking about giveaways,
Yes.
and it's very simple to get involved. All you have to do is like this video, tag 3 friends, you'll be automatically entered into the drawing. We'll be announcing the prize just a little bit later in the broadcast, but tell them if they tuned in last week and entered.
Yeah, so for everybody who entered into last week's giveaway, so again, to enter, all you got to do is just for last week, you got to like last week's post and tag 3 friends in the comments of last week's post. We're giving away, we have all the names of everybody who did that, and we're giving away this week. We're going to have 2 winners, and each winner is going to be getting a heat transfer vinyl sample pack. So we're going to be announcing that at the end of the broadcast. So if you want to see, stay tuned. See if you won, if you did that, if you entered into last week's contest, you want to see if you won this week, make sure you stay tuned to the end of the broadcast where we're going to be drawing names and announcing the prize for next week. Now, you can already enter next week's giveaway by doing what? By liking this video and then tagging
3 friends, guys.
3 friends.
It's that easy.
In the comments below. You can get started right now. Feel free to share the video as well. Like if you think there's people, in your friends, in your timeline that might enjoy this video, feel free to share this as well. But to enter, tag 3 friends.
That's right. I want to let you guys know quickly about our YouTube channel. That's going to be youtube.com/HeatPressNation.
Yes.
You can take a look at the bottom of the screen there for you guys. If there's any of our past broadcasts you'd like to take a look at, I would highly recommend subscribing to our channel. Maybe give us some thumbs up if you like the content. We do have new videos uploaded weekly. And like I said, you can review all of our past broadcasts. So definitely want to check out. It's youtube.com/HeatPressNation on the bottom.
Right there. And you may notice that things look a little bit different today. We got a couple new set decorations here. We're slowly improving. We want to change things up a little bit. So stay tuned. Who knows? In a couple weeks, couple months, this might not even be the same set. You might be looking at a totally new version of HeatPressNation Live. But make sure you follow along and stay tuned, guys.
That's right. And, if you ever are looking for some extra assistance or maybe some outside input or something you're working on, I want to tell you guys about our Facebook group, HeatPressNation Creators.
Yes, of course.
Super awesome group to be a part of, really active, really awesome to see all the different work that people are sharing and the assistance. I have questions popping in there. I mean, Jared, you're all over the Facebook group.
Yeah, so the Facebook group, it is moderated by the professionals like myself, like Esteban, a couple other key members of our team here at HeatPressNation, which makes it really awesome because you get answers to a ton of questions. Of course, you're always welcome to call us at 800-215-0894. But sometimes you have a question after hours or over the weekend. There's lots of people who are in that group every day. I see new information being shared because we have a lot of people there, a lot of peer support, from beginners, intermediates, even some seasoned industry vets are in this group. So make sure you check it out. Here on Facebook, HeatPressNation Creators, right? Again, right there on the bottom of the screen. That's all the magic information is here.
That's right. And while you're on your social media, if you want to share some of your beautiful, awesome custom heat transfer work, please use our hashtag. It's going to be HPN Creators. Good on all your social media?
All social media. Basically, if you can use the hashtag, use ours. HPN Creators. We'd love to see what you guys are working on, all the great stuff you guys are doing. I see the posts all the time, people using the hashtag or just sharing in HeatPressNation Creators Facebook group. Lots of cool stuff, lots of great inspiration, and it's a great place to get inspiration, to see new techniques and new methods that you can use for your designs.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I'm not kidding. I mean, it's been super active lately. Really cool to see all the different designs, the intricacy, some of the layering things that you guys are doing out there. Please continue to keep that coming, sharing. Your post could be the inspiration or assistance that someone else needs. So again, that Facebook group's going to be HeatPressNation Creators.
It's right there.
But yes, that's right. We got actually a great show for you guys today. As you can see, we got our catwalk set up here with an awesome selection of vinyl cutters. This week's edition of HeatPressNation Live is vinyl cutters head to head, and we got a great one today, guys.
So we're super excited about this because we're called the HeatPressNation, so obviously we sell heat presses. But what's interesting is that heat presses, if you're doing heat transfer vinyl, well, the vinyl's no good without a cutter, and we get so many questions here, and I'm sure Esteban can attest to this. It's like, which cutter do I buy? Or, should I upgrade to a new cutter? What do I need to do? What do I need to purchase? So today's episode is dedicated to you guys to help you guys out so you can get a better understanding of what each cutter does. And what to look for when you're either looking to upgrade or make your first purchase.
That's right. So we do have the iPad up here today, guys. So as always, we really want to encourage some active involvement. Please dive in the comments. If you have any questions about anything we're going over today,
Yes.
we will try to get to as many of these while we're live on the air. But for anything we don't address, Jared and I will be personally going through the comments afterwards, getting that information for you guys. And even if you're watching this video not live, if you're taking a look at this down the road, we do get those alerts, right, for the comments.
Yeah, anytime you guys comment on past videos, even this week I've been answering some questions that were posted on videos from like a month ago.
Awesome.
Which is totally fine. So whatever point you find yourself watching this, whether you're on Facebook or maybe you're watching this on YouTube, feel free to comment below. We'll be happy to get to your questions as soon as we possibly can.
That's right. So I see already we got a lot of people getting involved in the contest, tagging their friends. I want to encourage all of you to enter. Everybody's got a fair shot. So very easy to enter in the contest. Just like and tag three friends on this video. You'll be automatically entered into the prize, and we'll be announcing that in just a little bit. But let's get started. Let's get this thing going with our vinyl cutter head to head.
Head to head. Awesome. So the first thing we kind of want to cover in vinyl, and we call it a head to head, like they're competing. Really, I feel like each cutter has something unique, has something special, whether it's a value, whether it's like the price point for added value, whether it's certain key features that you need. So the first thing we want to do is actually cover kind of the main features, main things or specifications to look for when you're looking for a vinyl cutter. So the first thing we want to cover is included software that comes with the cutter. Now there are two types, right?
Yes, there's going to be your cutting software. Right. It's going to be actually communicating to the machine what you want it to do. But then there's also designing software, and those are very different, right?
Yeah, so like Esteban said, the cutting software, you just import your vector graphics, and then you just send them to the cutter. You can kind of rotate them and usually do basic functions like that. No, but you're not really going to use it for design. Design software is where you create those vector graphics. Some common design softwares are going to be Adobe Illustrator, maybe you're using CorelDRAW. We sell SignMaster. There's a couple of sign-specific softwares out there. We sell SignMaster. I love SignMaster personally.
No, it's
super
a great program.
Easy to use, and it's compatible with a lot of cutters. But then you have some cutters that come with their own proprietary design software, which allows you to create text, create images, import things, vectorize them. So that's a very important feature to look at when you're looking for cutters. What software does it come with?
Yes, you kind of want to assess your needs, because I imagine if I'm already using something like my Adobe Illustrator, my CorelDRAW, I have my design software ready to go. At that stage, I would just need something to cut with. So you definitely take a look at what you're going to be needing to get started, right?
Right, that's absolutely true. One thing that you'll find most of the time is that cutters that come with design software, it's typically factored into the price point. So if it's something you need and it's already integrated into your cutter, that's a huge value for me. So that's something you're going to want to determine for yourself. What are your needs? All these cutters, there's no one cutter fits all. It's really based on your needs. And so we're going to help you today, of course, figure out what works best for your needs.
That's very true. Now, there's very unique characteristics, I feel, with all the different cutters we offer, everything out here included. Now, the motor inside of some of these that's powering, they're going to be different depending on the model, correct?
Yeah, that's absolutely correct. And when we say motor, if you look at this cutter, and I don't know if I can, don't really do this. Don't move it if it's off. But so this is what we're talking about. So it's not only here, this is the cutting motor that puts the blade down, but there's a motor inside that moves the blade. There's also another motor that moves the rollers. So when it comes to those, and did we say engine? No, not engine. These are motors. You don't want to say engine. I know we get that question a lot. There's a difference. But anyways, when you're moving these motors left and right, there's two different types. There's stepper motors, and then there's also servo motors.
Yes.
We're going to be getting into that machine by machine because there is a difference. Servos are usually going to be faster and quieter. But steppers are going to be a lot more economical.
Yes, that's correct. So maybe a little more increased decibel speed. Cutting force may vary between the two as well, but depending on what your volume is going to be, or what your output you're looking to produce, you might want to pick and choose, see what's going to be the best fit, not just for your volume, but for your budget as well.
Yeah. Now, so you figure out your motor type. I don't need that much speed. I don't need this or that. Another thing to look for is going to be and we call it the Optical I. which is going to be there's a laser on some cutters that allows it to detect, not only does it allow it to detect your media width, but it also allows you to do something called contour cutting.
Yes.
So actually, Stefan, you're really great at explaining what contour cutting is.
Well, yeah, it's a really nice sales feature to, explain to customers when they're trying to make this decision. But contour cutting basically is referring to the cutter's ability to recognize digitally printed images. So let's say you had, heat transfer paper, for example, and you didn't do border-to-border printing. If you had a small design on there, you may not wish to transfer that whole page. So if your cutter has an optical eye feature, if it's able to do contour cutting, it's going to be able to recognize that printed image and trim it out for us uniformly so that all we're going to be heat pressing is just our printed design.
Exactly. That is exactly right. Now, we call it contour cutting. Some cutters, if you're looking at them, they may call it a print and cut feature, which is another way of saying contour cutting. So print and cut and contour cutting are going to be the exact same thing. It's a pretty big feature if you want to make like stickers or if you want to cut out printed images like heat transfer paper.
That's right.
So, do you got any questions? I know I see Stefan checking the iPad. Guys, if you're just tuning in and you have any questions at all about anything that we're talking about today, we got the iPad right here. We're ready to answer as many questions as we can live on the air today. And of course, whatever we don't get to live, me and Stefan will be hopping in the comments like right after.
That's right. I mean, we got some shout outs already. We got
nice.
Stevie Steve saying hello from New York City.
Hope you're feeling better, man.
Yes, absolute best wishes. Roberta Lolis, hello from Wisconsin.
Hi.
How's it going? What else we got here? Tamika Quick says hello. Say hello back.
Greetings.
Greetings. Let's see here. Tamika's actually asking about Mac and Illustrator compatible cutters. I think we're going to be getting to that in just a moment as we go through the rest of these here.
Yes, we will. And I guess we can kind of cut ahead to that part, which is actually our next point, OS compatibility. When we say OS, we mean operating system.
Yes.
So, for example, if you have a PC, 99% chance you have a Windows OS, a Windows operating system. And if you have a Mac, 100% chance you're running, or almost 100% chance, you're running the Mac OS, which I think they're on like Tiger Leopard. I'm not sure what they named it right now. But yeah, so when we say OS compatibility, every cutter that you see here, these, and then we even have our Cameos up here. Every cutter that you're seeing here is going to be PC compatible. Now, the one thing that you may see, certain cutters will also be Mac compatible for your Apple computers, and we'll mention those as they come up. But for now, everything is PC compatible, and then when we feature in a little bit, we're going to be walking through each cutter model that you see here. We'll let you know which ones are Mac compatible.
Yeah, that's right. So definitely want to take that into consideration when you are making your equipment choice, what kind of platform you're going to be running the hardware on. That way everything's going to be able to sync up and work together for you. Another thing you want to look into is also going to be support. Are you going to have that assistance after purchase? Are you going to have that assistance if you're confused on a function? Yeah. And that's one of the great things I like to explain to people that we offer, which is lifetime technical assistance. So we try to really add value to every purchase with HeatPressNation by that strong after buy support, making sure that your new toys are going to work correctly for you, and you're going to be successful when you get everything in the mail.
Yeah, and and we're not talking down against other retailers, but the truth of the matter is that if you purchase your equipment from, let's say, like Amazon or eBay, odds are very, very slim that you're going to be able to get any support after the sale. Of course, before you can ask them all the questions you want. They'll probably answer them. But after the sale, after you get this in the mail, you unbox it, you put it on your desk at home, and you're like, darn, how do I get this image cut into this vinyl? Yeah. And you have no clue. Again, and we're not talking bad about anybody, we're not putting anybody down, but the truth is it's kind of hard to get support on this type of equipment after the sale. If you don't believe us, check out the HeatPressNation Creators Group. But one thing that we're very proud to offer here at HeatPressNation is lifetime tech support, meaning you can call us in, and if you can't figure it out, we even offer remote support, where with your permission, we can connect to your computer, show you on your own computer remotely from ours how to plug everything, how to get everything connected, and how to get your files cut properly.
That's right. I mean, our guys are great downstairs. I mean, definitely big shout out to our hardworking tech department here. I've seen them on the regular really prepare even quick videos. So not only do you have that over the phone kind of step-by-step direction, you have actually a visual. And being a visual learner kind of type myself, I could definitely see the benefit of that, being able to not just hear what you're looking at, but also kind of see what's going on. So definitely can't stress it enough. How great our tech team works to try and make sure everyone's stuff is going to be running correctly.
Yeah, so support is probably, it's the last feature, but it's probably the biggest feature that we can think of when it comes to which, where should you purchase your vinyl cutter from, which vinyl cutter should you purchase. Now, if you already have a vinyl cutter and you're needing support, HeatPressNation Creators is a group we have on Facebook. I'm sure there's somebody else out there with the same cutter. You could just say, hey, how do I convert this file to this? Or how do I do that? You guys, we have so many awesome people in the HeatPressNation Creators group. I'm sure someone will be happy to help you out. We also have on YouTube, let's say you bought this Expert 224LX from somewhere else. Well, on YouTube, we have lots of great videos to help you out, to give you, basic pointers. And if there's a video you'd like to see, throw it up in a comment. If you see one of our videos like, hey, can you guys do a video on this? Put it up. The other, I think it was last week or 2 weeks ago, we did an episode on hats.
Yes, and that actually came from awesome audience interaction. I think, we were kind of going over a few different machines. We actually were using a cat press to make some awesome non-hat products. Yeah. So from there, you guys requested it, we did it. So if there is maybe a topic you'd like us to address or some videos maybe prepared, please, can't stress enough, get involved, guys. Let us know. You speak, we listen.
Exactly. So once again, if you're just tuning in, guys, we're talking about cutters. Today's our vinyl cutter head-to-head. We're going to be showing you several different models of cutters. If well, maybe you want to rewind it, but we were just talking about key features to look for when purchasing or considering a cutter upgrade. So be sure to stay tuned. We have our giveaway still coming up and everything else. But now we're going to actually get into, we're going to go cutter by cutter to give you an idea of what to look for when you're purchasing.
Absolutely here. So the cutters are kind of broken up into different classes depending on, really what your need's going to be. So let's start off with maybe something like in the entry-level market.
Entry-level right now. When we say entry-level, what we really mean is going to be first-time users. Let's say you're a crafter and you want to kind of get into this. You want to get into a cutting machine. Or you're just a small business. You don't really foresee a lot of volume up front. Maybe you're bootstrapping it yourself, so you have, you want to keep your startup costs to a minimum. Well, the entry-level cutters that we have are probably going to be where you're going to want to start.
That's right. So up front here, we actually have an awesome cutter that definitely does really well for us. This is going to be the Vinyl System Specialist 14-inch.
Yeah. So now, when we say 14-inch, we're referring to the media width. So the widest thing you could fit would be 14 inches. You'll see 14 inches left to right. Now, the actual cutting width, and this is important when you're looking at cutters, is to look not only at the media width, how wide of an item can you load in here, because you might have a cutting mat that's bigger than the actual vinyl you're using.
That's right.
But not only is it the media width, which is how much you can fit in here, but the cutting width, how wide will it actually cut? So this is a Specialist 14-inch. That's the media width, and it has a 10.6-inch cutting area. So you can cut maximum left to right, 10.6 inches. Now this is the most affordable cutter on our that we even sell. It comes in at under $220. So you definitely want to check that out. Now, as far as included software stuff on this one comes with
SignMaster.
There we go.
That's
forgot
right.
For a second.
No worries.
Had a brain fart.
There's actually two versions of SignMaster available. There's the basic version and the Pro. I believe the Pro allows the vectorization of images.
Right. Pro allows for vectorization and for contour cutting.
There we go. That's right. Essential for if you're running maybe on another Vinyl Systems machine. But yeah, this it does very well. Like I said, price under $220. This is going to be a stepper motor cutter. So it's going to have a little louder than, say, compared to a DC servo, but very comparable, I'd say, in the cutting force.
Yeah, so the cutting force and speed are going to be incredible on this cutter. It's actually really fast. So if you're into something, a little bit faster than maybe other slower crafting cutters, this is going to be the machine for you. It actually has the same stepper motor as the larger, which you'll see in a minute, as our larger Edge model. So that's really cool. We're going to move this out of the way because we do got to get going here.
Yes.
So we're going to move this one out of the way and bring in probably one of our top selling, just put this here, probably one of our top selling cutters that we have to offer. And there's a good reason, guys. This is the Silhouette Cameo. Now you're saying, what in the heck? That's not a Cameo. Oh, yes, it is, because the Cameo now comes in pink and black. You're probably used to seeing this one right here, which is our white Cameo. There it is.
The original classic.
Yeah, but now the Cameo does come in pink and black, which is super duper cool. And like I said, there's a reason this is one of the best selling cutters we have, especially in its size, because the Cameo, it comes with Silhouette Studio, which is a design software. So it's very, very cool, very, very user friendly. And honestly, the Silhouette community online, if you look up tutorials,
Awesome.
how to blank in Silhouette, you'll probably find 20 videos.
Anything
Yeah.
you can think of. Then this color here is kind of a special edition. I believe a portion of the proceeds do go towards breast cancer research.
Yes.
All colors are available online at HeatPressNation.com. You can visit us below or give us a ring at 800-215-0894. If you have questions about anything that we're going over, we've got operators standing by to take your questions, help you with placing orders, or decide on what's going to be the right piece of equipment for your needs.
Right, now the Cameo, it is I believe the max loading width is 15 inches, so you can fit a 15-inch roll on there, but the maximum cutting width is 12 inches. So 12-inch cutter, it comes with a cutting mat, which I prefer to use anyways. The sheets, if you buy vinyl by the sheet, they fit perfectly on the cutting mat for the Silhouette Cameo. So this cutter is a little workhorse. I actually own the Silhouette Cameo personally, not the pink one. I wanted the black one, but I got the white one. Anyways.
That's cool, classic.
Yeah, so I love the Silhouette Cameo, guys. If you're looking for something that's simple to use and that's ready to go right out of the box, I think the Silhouette Cameo is really going to be it. It does have a stepper motor, so it's not going to be as fast as some of the other larger ones. But I think, to me, the trade-off is really worth it. It's a great value, and I'm a big fan.
No, I mean, it's a very well-made machine, and a number of the representatives here actually have some these machines at home.
Yeah.
I know some of my guys in the warehouse, some of the sales team, have all kind of tried to kind of cut our teeth learning cutting vinyl on this. So, and it's for good reason, as Jared said. Very user-friendly, very accessible, definitely a very strong choice if you're looking to get into a cutter for the first time. And this one's cool because I know we talked about operating system compatibility. This one's very versatile. You can run this one on your Windows and on your Mac.
Right, so if you just got a new MacBook for Christmas, you don't have to worry about compatibility issues because this will be able to handle that.
That's right. Awesome cutter. This is a cool one. I like it. And it does have contour cutting also. Like we said earlier, it's got the Optical I, able to recognize digitally printed images, and it can cut those out for you just the same.
Yeah, really amazing cutter. So moving forward, so that's the Silhouette Cameo. That's going to do it. I mean, we have other cutters online. You're welcome to check us out again, HeatPressNation.com. This is going to be our entry-level class of cutters, but now we're going to get into business class cutters. So you're saying, okay, I already have the Cameo, man. I've already been cutting it. And honestly, I just need something to cut more. I need to cut more vinyl faster. I need to load rolls. I need to cut 20 items at a time. Then it's probably time for you to go for your business class upgrade. So, Stefan, if you don't mind, we're going to move our trusty Cameo out of the way.
Yes, sir.
And then we're just going to bring up our GCC expert. This is the 224 Alex. So I believe maximum loading width, you could load about 27 inches around there.
Awesome.
I don't remember off the top of my head, but the cutting width is about 24 inches on this cutter. Now this is one of our best selling in its class and its size. This is just really, over the course of time, we've probably sold more of these than anything. GCC is considered kind of like a legacy brand. They've been around forever, so they know what they're doing with these cutters. Really, really great quality here.
Now, awesome group of folks too. I mean, we've actually been able to exhibit, side by side with GC, all across the U.S. Awesome team over there, and very well-made, sturdy products. As Jared said, this one definitely, is a high seller for us. I think it's loaded with features, and for the size, very functional cutter. This is going to be another stepper motor cutter, but this one, I mean, we had like a little race, I want to say, with some of these bad boys, right?
Yeah. So at the end of the broadcast, once we start wrapping up, we're going to show you guys. We actually raced all of these cutters with the exact same image, which is really fun, and this one performed really well. I keep saying engine with the motor. Sorry. We have a thing here. You don't want to say a stepper engine. You want to say motor. It's a motor, guys. Our producer's calling us out on that. We get the ping every time. So, anyways, so this one has a stepper motor on it, and so this is kind of an upgraded stepper motor. So it's going to be a little bit faster than what you'd find maybe on like a craft cutter, like a Silhouette, or maybe you're running a Cricut, which is not incredibly fast either. So this is definitely going to be an upgrade. It's still a stepper, so it's going to be a little loud. We're going to get to the quieter cutters in a minute. One thing about steppers is they're a lot more affordable, but one of the drawbacks is they're a little slower and a lot louder.
A little more audible to the ear, yeah, definitely. Yeah. I mean, I've run these all pretty much in the downstairs area, so yeah, I mean it's got some noise to it, but I mean it is a fast cutter, very quality, pretty accurate. What was I going to say here? This would be Windows based for the
Yeah.
operating system platform.
So, exactly. Now, some people, we get the question a lot, how can I run my Expert on my Mac? And the truth is, there's no official way to do that. I mean, there are some other softwares that you could purchase. There's, I forget what it's called. I think it's called Parallels. Parallels you can run on your Mac, which allows you to, like, basically you're hacking your Mac to run Windows. So there are some workarounds on there. It's not impossible, but it's not something that we officially like endorse or recommend, just because the process, it's definitely a workaround. So it's not going to be native. It's not going to be, I don't want to say natural because it's not natural, but like, it doesn't come stock with the machine. It's not stock.
Yes, but where there's a will, there's a way. You know, you can get the Windows running on the Mac if you really wanted to use this on that platform. Or, it's actually, I think right now, not a bad time to get into laptops too, as well as an option. Get maybe a secondary computer to run on here. So, there's lots of ways you can go about it. Yeah,
so, what I would do is I would ask, if you're really set on running this on your Mac, ask us in HeatPressNation Creator. I know there's a lot of people very experienced with these cutters have experience running certain PC things on Mac. So I would actually direct that question over there. But officially, as a company, we prefer to run these bad boys stock. So, anyways, this is the Alex. This has contour cutting. If you want to save, I think it's around 15 to 20% on this cutter, and you don't need contour cutting. There's the standard model. So this is the Expert 2 Alex. If you want to go for just the Expert 2, it doesn't have contour cutting, but it does come with a significant savings. So you can look that up on HeatPressNation.com.
That's right, and they have an awesome stand for this one as well. So lots of cool accessories you can get to really make this maximized in your workspace. But definitely a top seller for good reason. That's going to be the GCC Expert 2 24, and it's the LX with the contour cutting.
Exactly. So we're going to move this one out of the way, and we're going to bring up our next cutter, which is the Edge.
All right.
The Vinyl Systems Edge. Do you want to grab that?
Absolutely.
Oh no, the Edge.
The Edge. Oh, my phone. The one that says Edge.
Yeah. So we're moving stuff around, guys. We want to show you guys all these cutters to give you the best idea of what you need. So the Edge is very, very similar to the Expert. It does have contour cutting. Now this is a little bit more affordable than the Expert because it doesn't have media width detection. So that's one feature you'll be losing with this. But really, I mean, this particular stepper motor is going to be a little bit faster. So now you're saying, well, what's the difference? Well, that's going to be kind of a decision for you to make, when you're deciding, do I really need media width detection?
Yes.
The Expert is going to have slightly increased precision. And when we talk about slightly, we're talking about, in the thousandths of an inch. So depending on how precise you need your cuts, if you have really fine, detailed applications, it might be worth it for you to upgrade to the Expert. We're gonna be actually showing you guys in a little bit the difference when we talk about precision. So the Expert's gonna have slightly increased precision. This will have slightly increased speed and force.
Yeah, the Edge is another awesome cutter. I think very value packed for what you get with this machine. And what I like about Vinyl Systems, they are a younger company, I would say, with their tenure in the marketplace, but they really try to add value with some really cool add-ons.
Yeah.
So I mentioned with the Expert 224LX, there is the available stand. This bad boy actually ships with the stand.
Stand included.
Yeah, so you get the metal stand. I think there's a catch basket as well, I believe, in the graphic there.
Yep.
So, just depending on what your needs are going to be, I think this can be an awesome choice for if you are looking to, get something beyond that entry-level kind of craft size cutting and, still have all the cool features you're familiar with. It's the Vinyl Systems Edge. This is also going to be a Windows platform cutter.
Correct.
So it's, talking about running SignMaster, and then this is going to be on your Windows. So as we said, there may be ways that you can get this running on your Mac. We would refer you over to our HeatPressNation Creators Facebook group.
Right.
I'm sure there's other users out there looking to do the same thing and had varied degrees of success they'd love to share with you.
Yeah. So now one more thing, the Edge does come with SignMaster Pro, which is going to have the features for contour cutting and vectorization. So you're saying, well, what exactly is vectorization? Sometimes you'll have an image that you only have the JPEG or the PNG of it, but you want to cut it out. No cutters, or I should say, all cutters cut vector graphics, meaning it's usually going to be like an EPS, SVG, PDF form, vector graphics. If you only have the JPEG or the PNG, your cutter will never cut it.
Yeah.
So one feature that's really key is going to be vectorization. There are other programs that can do it. If you have Illustrator or CorelDRAW, you could probably do it in there. A handful of other programs that I know are specifically created for vectorization, but SignMaster Pro does come with that software that can convert your JPEGs and your PDFs into usable vector graphics, which is very important for getting those cut. So yeah, it's definitely something you want to look into. This is the Vinyl Systems Edge. We call it the 28 because it has a 28-inch media width. And the cutting width is about 24.1 or 2 or something like that.
Okay, right on.
It's around there.
There we go. So yeah, this is going to be another one of our business class, kind of the next step up from the entry level. For more information about the different sizes or, any of the other, kind of in that category, the website's at the bottom, guys. You can visit us at HeatPressNation.com or give us a call at the toll-free 800 number.
Yeah, so now most business class, you're saying, well, what's this going to run me? Most business class cutters on the low end will be around $450. And on the high end, the business class cutters are going to run you, about $600 to $700.
Depending on your size.
Right, depending on the size, depending on what you're getting, it's going to be around that range. So you're looking in the $450 to $700, $750 range maybe. That's what we're talking about when we refer to business class cutters. Now, there is a new cutter entering the market, which we're kind of excited to announce. So,
you're talking about the Graphtec?
I'm talking about the Graphtec,
all right.
So the Graphtec CE Lite 50 is a really cool cutter. It's going to be a 20-inch media width cutter. We're going to show you the big Graphtec in a minute. But those of you guys who are familiar with the Graphtec brand know that it's a really high-quality cutter. They're like the Cadillac of cutters. I mean, they've been in the market for a long time, have lots of great technology that they're bringing to the business class market.
Awesome. Yeah, I've always kind of known Graphtec to be kind of more in like your industrial or commercial class of cutters. Mm-hmm. So this new offering is really going to be a really cool feature, or a cool machine to look into, and we have that available. Again, that's going to be the Graphtec CE Lite 50. Yeah,
so be sure you stay tuned. We're going to be announcing that. We're actually going to be showing you a live demo as soon as possible. But once we caught word of that, we're like, guys, this is perfect because we have the cutter episode coming up. We got to share.
That's right.
So we're really excited to share that, the Graphtec CE Lite 50. Make sure you stay tuned. We're going to be giving you guys more details and images and hopefully even a test cutter too as soon as we can. But for now, this is our business class that we're talking about. And then the Graphtec CE Lite will also fall under that business class with a price point to match.
There we go. So, as we kind of alluded to there with, the other kind of step from this, after entry level, after business class, let's say you have high output. Let's say you're running a business and you need something pumping long work days, week in, week out. Then you'd probably want to look at maybe something in that DC servo motor, kind of commercial class cutter, correct?
Right, and that's exactly right. We're talking about commercial class. So maybe you already have the Expert 224, and we do get this a lot from our customers. Say, hey, I've been running my Expert for a couple years now, but I need more output. I need a second cutter, and I need one that's faster. One slightly less common is I need something quieter. So one of the benefits of upgrading to the servo motor is that it's going to be a lot quieter. So maybe you're answering phones at your office and you have the cutter right next to you.
Yes.
Not gonna lie, with the stepper motors, it could be a little loud and it might be a little distracting if you're on the phone.
Some of our customers, and I'm not gonna name any names, I know you guys call me with your cutter running in the background. I hear the vroom and everything. It's okay, but I mean, like Jared said, you will have decreased decibels going something like that DC servo motor, and you're gonna also have, I'd say, some increased cutting speed as well, right?
Yeah, so you're gonna have, when you upgrade to the commercial class cutters with the servo motors, you're gonna get an increase in speed and cutting force, and also an increase in precision as well. So again, if you have fine applications, you're gonna want that extra precision. You'll see just cleaner, tighter cuts.
All right. So, actually, let's go ahead and bring out, we have one of our commercial classes here with us, right? This one here. All right. So this is switch places on these. There we go. All right, I want to remind you guys really quickly, for those of you who may just be tuning in, if you got a chance, if you haven't already, please make sure you guys enter our contest, enter our drawings.
Yes.
We love to give stuff away, love to make this fun for you guys because you make it so fun for Jared and I to be up here. So it's very simple. If you have not already, you can go ahead and like this video, tag 3 of your best friends, tag 100 friends. 3 is the minimum, and you'll be automatically entered into the drawing. We'll be announcing that prize in just a moment, guys. And then for those of you last week who were able to enter by liking, tagging 3 friends, your names have already been compiled into a big wheel. It's taller than Jared, and they're all mixed up, and we're going to be drawing a winner in just a moment.
We didn't do the wheel this week.
We didn't do the wheel?
We didn't do the wheel.
It mixes them up the most.
Yeah, no, we didn't do the wheel. We actually put everybody's names on a dartboard and we threw darts. No, I'm just kidding. No,
Okay.
we have the names in half.
I didn't get to play that. All right. All right, so moving along here. As we said, we've gone over our entry level. We've gone over our business class. This is going to be our commercial class section.
Commercial class cutters. And guys, if you have any questions at all, actually, let's do a quick check-in.
Yeah, absolutely.
If you have any questions at all about any of the cutters that you're seeing, particular features, do I need business class? I'm making this every week. Should I stick with my entry level? Be sure to hit us up in the comments. We're actually going to go take a pause real quick to go through the comments right now and see and answer as many questions as we can here.
That's right. So Cindy Shep, a couple of minutes back, asked, what's the name of that cutter? So I'm not sure exactly which one she's looking at, but so far we've gone over a few models.
Yeah, so this one right here, and there we go. So this is the Vinyl Systems Edge. If you're referring to our kind of yellowy, orange, and black one, this is our GCC Expert 2 LX.
That's right. And then I believe we started the show off with our Vinyl System Specialist 14-inch, and we also went into the Cameo by Silhouette
pink
also
right
just
there.
A moment ago. Let's see here. Stevie Steve, he's got the Cameo Silhouette, works great for him.
Nice, nice.
And he says he is feeling much better. Says thanks.
Oh,
so, yeah,
awesome.
No, nothing
Good to
but
hear.
love, Stevie Steve.
Good to hear.
Let's see here. Let's see what else we got here. Paula Payne Hawthorne, these guys are so helpful. I only buy my machines from HPN.
Thank you
so much.
Thank you so much. Appreciate it.
Let's see here. Frank Colonel, hello from Fullerton, 5 miles away.
Oh, nice.
I
Greetings.
pick everything up. Staff is friendly and go out of their way to help with any questions.
Oh, good to hear.
Well,
Thank
that's
you so
great
much.
to hear. It's appreciate it. Let's see here. Do you have a print and cut machine?
So as of right now, we don't have a print and cut machine. I think you're referring to kind of the, I want to say it's Brother that has the print and cut, where the machine itself will print it first, and then in that same machine cutter. Those are pretty expensive.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying that as a deterrent, but the printing feature is just a little bit beyond the scope of what we like to focus on here at HeatPressNation. So because of that, we don't carry those cutters. Not going to deter you if it's something that you want to look into. By all means, go ahead. But here at HeatPressNation, we focus strictly on our cutting machines to just cut. So we do sell separate printers. We have inkjet, sublimation printers. But as far as a machine that will print and cut in the same pass, no, we don't carry one of those.
But in the section of our heat transfer vinyl, we do have a really awesome product from a variety of companies. There is a print and cut vinyl section.
Right.
So I mean, if you do have something like a Roland, an HP 365, or one of those Brother machines Jerry was mentioning, we do carry print and cut heat transfer vinyl for you. You can take a look at that section of the website for more information, or give us a call if you're trying to see what's going to be the best fit for your particular application. Let's see, just moving along here, these questions.
Nice.
What do we got here?
I see people tagging their friends.
Yes, a lot of entries in here. That's
Very
what we're seeing.
cool,
Thank
very
you
cool.
guys so much. Let's see here. Now, Cindy's asking for pricing. Now, pricing is going to be a little tricky because a number of these machines do come in different sizes.
Right.
I always refer folks to the website because that's going to be the most up-to-date, not just availability, but also any current pricings. I know we have a couple items, a couple machines as a part of our President's Sale going on.
President's Day
We
sale.
haven't even mentioned that yet. In recognition of this great American holiday, we are having special pricing and discounted items in multiple departments.
We've been running this all week. So it started, of course, President's Day on Monday, and it will continue until tomorrow, till
right.
Friday.
Yes.
So if you want to stock up on some vinyl, I think vinyl is 10% off with free shipping.
That's right.
On Caesar vinyl.
We got some sublimation blanks also.
Sublimation blanks are 10% off.
And I saw a few machines as well. But there is a banner at the top of HeatPressNation.com. You can click that for more details. And if you haven't, I would highly recommend signing up for our newsletter. It's the bottom lower left of the page. If you want to be the first to know about any special pricing, any promotions, highly recommend signing up for that newsletter at the bottom. It's HeatPressNation.com.
Awesome. So we'll take a pause on questions right now. If you're just tuning in, we're talking about our commercial class cutters. So if you've been following us along, you know that we talked about our entry-level class cutters for the crafters and people who are new to the industry. Then we're talking about business class. Maybe you've upgraded from your entry-level cutter and you're ready to start doing some damage. Well, when you're ready to take that last step towards advancing your cutting capabilities, it's time for a commercial class cutter. And so right here we have one of my favorites. This is the Puma 3 by GCC. I'm a big fan of it because it does have that servo motor, which is super fast, quiet, and precise, which to me is like, that's the trifecta of what you want in a cutter. We're going to be showing you guys a speed test we did at the end, which is pretty interesting. But one thing I love about the Puma is it has media width detection. So it can detect how wide a piece of vinyl is. And if you say, man, I don't know how much vinyl I have left on this roll. I've been kind of using this roll of vinyl. I think I have half. This machine will actually measure front to back. It'll feed your vinyl through and then pull it back in, and it'll measure how much vinyl you have left. So you know exactly how many pieces you can fit on that piece of vinyl. Let's say you're ganging your designs. You need to print out like 100 of these small chest logos. Dang, can I fit 100 on what I have left of this vinyl? So this machine will actually measure it from front to back and side to side, giving you precise readings so you know exactly how many of those logos you could fit. Do I need to buy more vinyl? Should I bring in my second sheet, my second roll? It's perfect for that. And there's a ton of other features that also go beyond heat transfer vinyl, which we're not really going to discuss today because we're the heat press guys. But amazing commercial class cutter.
And this one also has contour cutting.
Yes, contour cutting. It comes in different sizes. This is going to be the 24-inch cutting width. But these things come in like 52, which would not even fit here. Like, it's like over double this. Those 52-inch cutters are huge. But if you have other applications, like let's say you're a sign maker and you're tossing in your 24-inch rolls, you have 36 or 48-inch rolls of vinyl, maybe you're doing car wrap, or really tons of other applications, these cutters are going to be it for you.
That's right. And then one last note on the Puma 3, this model is going to be a Windows platform. So it's going to go with your PCs compatibility-wise.
Yeah, so now for the last one, we're going to show you guys this is really cool. This is the Graphtec CE6000. It even has a really futuristic sounding name.
I know, it sounds like it's a Terminator villain.
Yeah. This is the Graphtec CE6000. It looks pretty beefy. It actually is pretty beefy. This is going to be one of our commercial class, our pro models, packed with tons of great features. Pretty much very similar to what we're talking about in the Puma. However, the Graphtec, it is Mac compatible. So for those of you guys, especially people in the graphic design and photography businesses, I know Macintosh is a really popular brand there. I'm a Mac guy myself. And so, having that compatibility readily available for you is, that could be a big plus. Maybe you want something that's going to run smoother, quieter. This machine also has the ability to read your material front and back, left to right. I love this thing. I mean, you're right. It looks like a Terminator villain, and it it's kind of amazing.
No, this thing's awesome. I mean, from the compatibility to the cutting speed, the precision. This is like we said earlier. These are kind of like the Cadillac of cutters. So I mean, if you are looking, for something more in that industrial range, that commercial class range, something's going to be a little bit quieter, a little bit faster, a little more precise. Those are your 3 points you made. Yeah. This is definitely going to fill those needs. And this one comes in a few different sizes also, right?
Yes, this does come in larger sizes. And what's cool about this is it comes with its own design software. So this comes with Graphtec Studio. Now the GCCs, those come with cutting software, which is going to be Great Cut.
Yes.
So you want to make sure that you have either SignMaster or Adobe Illustrator or some sort of graphic design program for vector graphics. But the Graphtec, this right out of the box, this is ready to roll. You can vectorize in Graphtec Pro. You can cut, you can arrange, you can rotate, and you can create. You can create whether it's text, shapes, really, really capable software. And I'm a big fan. I like it.
I mean, this thing, it's awesome. It's very high end, really, for high output, high volume. If you need something that's going to take all that, I would highly recommend something like this or from the commercial class.
Yeah, exactly. So guys, that's going to do it. These are, by all means, these are not all the cutters that we have to offer on our website. What we did was we took a selection. We took 2 from every category just to give you guys an idea of what to look for, what you can find. I know we're probably going to get the question on pricing. Commercial class cutters are typically going to run in the $1,000 to $2,000 range, depending on size. And I'm sure if you look through our site, you'll find the one cutter. It's like really expensive. That'll be your homework. But really, commercial class cutters, in my opinion, they're worth every cent. If you need something quiet, maybe you don't need the cutting power, but you just need that quiet cutter, you will have to upgrade to a servo motor, which can be found on these commercial class cutters. Actually, if I'm not mistaken, the CE6000, it comes in a 15-inch.
That's right.
As well. So this one actually comes in something smaller. Maybe you don't need a huge vinyl cutter, you want something smaller, but you want it quiet. This one does come in a 15-inch model, which is really cool because it still fits your 15-inch vinyl rolls, and it'll handle your sheets and other small items really well.
And be compatible across the board as far as operating systems.
Across the board, this is huge, guys.
So huge.
And it fits on your desktop.
That's
it fits
right.
on your desktop. It's the 15-inch model. So we wanted to show you guys like pretty much a little bit of everything. We have our entry-level cutters, which were going to be our silhouette and our specialists. Mm-hmm. And then we had our business class cutters, which were our...
We had our
expert and our edge. So many cutters
edge.
here, guys.
Yes. And then we went into our commercial class. We started off with our Puma 3, and then we showed you guys the Graphtec E6000. But you know, everyone's going to be different. Their needs, you know, and their budget. So you know, definitely want to make sure you make informed decisions. You know, we love working with customers who are willing to do their homework. But if you guys do have any questions, you know, the number's at the bottom. We're here to educate first, and you know, make sure you guys are, you know, getting everything exactly that you need so things are running smoothly.
Exactly. And guys, just be assured if you want to give us a call, let's say you have like specific questions. You want to talk to a live person about it. It's not going to fit in a comment, maybe. Give us a call. I mean, we're not into selling people things that they don't need. So, like, we're not going to try to push the Graphtec E6000 on you if really your needs can be met by a Specialist 14, that first little cutter that we showed you guys. So if you want to know what's going to work best for you, give us a call. Tell us about your business, about what you want to cut, and what your business needs are. You know, either a Stevon or another great member of our expanding sales team and customer service team will be happy to help you out.
That's right. Now, a short while ago, we mentioned a little something about a head-to-head race. So, you know, we're all Fast and Furious fans around here. We actually put these guys in a quarter-mile run just a short while ago, and I believe we got that all documented. Should we show them the video?
Let's do it. So this video is going to be, and they're off, actually. So let's see.
Ready, set,
go. Boom. So we have the exact same graphic cut on all the cutters. We ran out of that burgundy vinyl. So if you see the blue piece of vinyl in the top corner, it's because I was too lazy to go downstairs to get more.
There we go. Coming up in the lead, we have the CE6000 followed closely behind the Vinyl Systems Edge. Coming up shortly behind there is going to be the Expert 24. See the Puma 3 making ground there. And then hanging in there in the back of this pack, we got the Silhouette Cameo just running a little behind. We got that blue vinyl on the Vinyl Systems Specialist coming there nice and hot. This is a tight race, guys. A little close to call. Jared, who do you got coming out of this one?
So coming out of this one, it's going to be kind of a tight race. My money is going to be, well, since this is a speed test, my money is going to be on one of the servo motors. So we have the C6000 and the Puma 3 in there. I don't know. It's going to be, it's too close to call right now.
It could be anyone's race. We might have a photo finish here, guys. Making up the back of the pack, we do got the Silhouette Cameo there coming in hot right in front of the Vinyl System Specialist there. Looks like I see is that the Expert 224 making waves? Oh man, it's still really close to call, guys.
Everybody's pulling their weight. It looks like a really tight race. I feel like we're in Pyeongchang right now for the Winter Olympics of cutting. So the gold medal, let's see. All right, so now we have everything cutting. It looks like, there it is. It looks like the Graphtec just finished up its cut. So the Graphtec in first place with the gold. Let's see who's coming out.
Yeah, silver's still up for grabs, guys. Who's going to take that second place finish?
Let's see. I see the Puma doing its final cuts.
Look at that roller action.
Oh, there we go. The Puma
place,
in
the
silver.
GCC Puma 3 with the second place medal. Third place, bronze is still up for grabs, guys. Let's see who's going to take. And the Specialist takes a surprise jump finish. Oh, man.
There we go.
With
the Edge in close in fourth.
The Edge with a close fourth finish. And who's going for the underdog here?
Let's see.
It's a race. Who's going to go last? We got the GCC Expert 224LX. We got the Silhouette Cameo. It's a dogfight, guys. Who's going to come out on this one? It's running.
It looks like we see the Expert hitting the finish line. And yes, no. There we go. Across the finish line. We're going to give a couple minutes, not a couple minutes. We're just going to give a little bit of time for that Cameo.
Give a round of applause for all of our participants. It was a hard-fought race. Man, that was exciting.
That was really cool. So, guys, we just kind of want to reiterate that speed is not everything, but we just like to have fun here. If you've watched us more than once, you know that means stuff. I'd like to have fun here on HeatPressNation Live. So we put together this little speed test. Now, again, each and every cutter is cutting the exact same image, and we're going to show you guys. Now, we picked these two shirts. We didn't press all those transfers, but I pressed the blue one, which is by our specialist that you saw. I think it finished in bronze. It's actually our most affordable cutter that we have. So that specialist 14-inch cutter is the most affordable cutter that you can find on our website. It's really nice. And I'm going to come up to the camera here, and I'm going to show you guys. I'm proud of this. HeatPressNation vinyl cutter head to head. Look how clean that came out. It looks really great. Now Esteban, he's holding our shirt. We actually cut this with our gold medal winner, which is going to be the Graphtec CE6000. Now, one thing that I hope you don't notice, just kidding, here. So that's our Graphtec, and this is our specialist. You probably don't notice the difference.
Yeah, we actually polled some of the technicians, sales staff, office workers here to try and see if they were able to detect which cutter did which transfer, and it was pretty mixed. I mean, I know our technicians, they kind of...
The technical support team, those guys were able to figure it out because they deal with this all the time. They knew which one was cut on which, but literally they were holding it up to their faces. So if you want to know what it looks like to tell the difference, they're holding it up like this. They're literally like staring at it like, oh yeah, this one was cut. So what's interesting about that is, there we go, that's smart. What's interesting about that is no one's going to be putting their face, hopefully not. No one's putting their face to your shirts, guys. And we're not even going to tell you guys. Well, maybe we'll tell them in the post afterwards.
Yeah, we'll tell them in the comments.
But, we already told them which one cut it, huh? Never mind. No, so much of a surprise. So this one was cut on our Specialist 14. This one was cut on the Graphtec CE6000. The details, and so when we're talking about precision, the differences are pretty minor. However, in some applications, you will need that extra precision. So it's good to have it. We're not downplaying the need for precision. It's really cool. So when you're cutting though, maybe you're saying, hey, those look pretty good. I really can't tell the difference. If you walk down the street, I guarantee you would not tell the difference. Like Esteban said, even some of the pros here, just at first glance, they couldn't really tell the difference either. Now, keep in mind, somebody who's looking for that precision, who's cutting really fine details, they'll probably notice. And in that case, then their needs require them to upgrade to the commercial class. But if your needs don't really require that, then save some money. Go for a business class cutter, and be very pleased with the results.
That's right. We had a question pop in right now. They were asking for the information on the new Graphtec that we're going to be offering shortly. Nice. Once again, that model is going to be the CE Lite 50.
Yeah, and we're going to be sharing that as soon as we possibly can. The Graphtec just recently announced that new product, so we're super stoked on it. We're excited to share it with you, so you can guarantee as soon as we get one here to test, we're going to be showing it on HeatPressNation Live. But from what I've heard, they're shipping
next month.
Month. So guys, we're already on the brink of this new product. But if you want to be the first to know, make sure you subscribe to our newsletter, because anytime we get any new products or we have some news to share, new sales, if you want to know when the next sale is going to be coming up, make sure you go to HeatPressNation.com and subscribe to our email newsletter.
That's right. And then I want to remind you guys quickly, it is still time to get those entries in. Let's go ahead and announce the prize for next week. We're going to give them.
So for next week, because we're talking about vinyl cutters today, we're giving away a Vinyl Cutters Pro Toolkit. So you're saying, what's a Pro Toolkit, guys? Of course, it's always good to have a sharp weeding hook tool. We got some safe media cutters. We're going to be throwing in some a roll of carrier sheet material.
Awesome.
Which I'll post the link to that because it's really cool. Carrier sheet, it's like a cutting mat that you can just roll out and make custom sizes with.
Awesome.
Super great tool to have, especially if you are contour cutting heat transfer paper. I can't imagine cutting without it. So we're throwing a roll of that, and plus a couple other goodies that we're going to be throwing in there for you guys. It's like a grab bag of essentials that we use for vinyl cutting. So hopefully the winner will be enjoying that. We're going to be giving away that prize next week. So if you want to win our Vinyl Cutters Pro Toolkit, be sure to like and tag 3 friends in this post.
That's right.
This post.
But for those of you who were entered last week, I think it's about that time we start giving some stuff away. We've been having way too much fun up here with you guys. Jared, I believe you said you had some names cut and mixed up and everything, jostled like so. Awesome.
They are in here.
And as we mentioned earlier, the prize for this week that we're giving away is actually going to be 2 winners. It's going to be the Caesar sample pack of heat transfer vinyl. If you're looking to get into a new vinyl cutter, you have some fresh material you can cut with it. So let's go ahead and get to. Oh, I'm cutting.
Oh, whoops, that fell out. No, put it back in. We want it to be fair for everybody.
All right,
let's
go here. You guys ready? 1,
someone's feeling lucky. Who's feeling lucky
3.
out there?
this one here.
There we go. Who's that? Who do we got?
We have Amanda Jewel Albright.
There we go. Congratulations, Amanda Jewel Albright. You're the winner of a Caesar Vinyl heat transfer sample pack. So several different sheets. And it's not just easy. We're going to be throwing in some premium sheets in there just to get you started, explore some cool colors, and hopefully have some fun with it. Yeah.
That's right.
And actually, we have 2 winners this week. So if you're sad that you didn't win, this could be you.
That could be you.
Should I?
Do it.
Should you?
Let me shake it. Let me shake it.
Okay, you shake it. I'll do it.
I'll shake it. You bake it. Let's go.
All right, let's do it. Let's do it. All right. Eyes closed. Who's... No, that one's not lucky. Dang, I just ruined someone's destiny. Yeah, this one's lucky. And we got Chelsea Weber. So Chelsea Weber, thank you so much for liking and tagging 3 friends in last week's broadcast. Guys, if you want to be entered to win next week's prize, again, like and tag 3 friends in the comments below of this video. We usually pull the winners like right before this. Pulling the winners is like the last thing we do before we go on the air, just to make sure that as many people as possible have a chance to enter.
That's right.
So guys, make sure you get active in the comments, tag 3 friends below, and be entered to win next week's prize.
Yeah, literally the last thing we do before we
Literally,
go live.
we're
Ask
doing it
Ramon.
right now.
I want to remind you guys again about our Facebook group. It's HeatPressNation Creators.
Yes.
Great source of information. Great source to share your artwork or, maybe possibly get inspiration. So that's going to be at the bottom of the page there. If you haven't already joined, highly recommend it. And we do have that hashtag we mentioned earlier.
HPN Creators, guys. We'd love to see what you guys are working on. I believe it's up there. Hashtag HPN Creators. Again, share your work. It's really cool. You'll never know when you're going to inspire somebody else to make something cool. Or maybe, you're posting your sublimation mugs. You never know when you're going to inspire somebody else to make that jump to expand their business. Into sublimation or vinyl, or I didn't know I could do that with vinyl. I just saw a post in HeatPressNation Creator. Somebody made this really cool, it was like a 3 or 4 color image strictly with layering vinyl.
Oh, wow.
So it looked like screen printed just because of how complex and cool the image was. And I was like, dude, I like, it just kind of sparked my creativity. So it was really cool. We want to thank everybody who posts, who shares.
Yes, please.
And by the way, if maybe you're watching this, because we do archive these HeatPressNation lives on our YouTube. So if you're watching on YouTube, make sure you like this video and subscribe to our channel. We got tons of content coming your way for 2018. Lots of really great and helpful tips to make you guys better heat pressers.
Yeah, that's right. Thank you guys so much for joining us. I hope we were able to give you some useful information on the different types of cutters. And if you do have any further questions, we're happy to assist over the phone. We've got operators standing by. Make sure you guys tune in next week. Got another great one for you.
Phone number and website below.
That's right. Take care, guys. Thank you so much.
We'll see you.